Eyes are good to go. Good to go.
All right. You can tell Ms. Boyd if she wants to come because it's going to be a very quick introduction. We'll give her 2 minutes and then we're gonna call it. Are we live?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. The time is now 7:29. We're on this meeting of the Brooklyn Community Board 9 Housing Meeting to order. This is Fred Baptiste serving as interim housing chair. We are going to do attendance first. Augustine Blackwell. Absent. Brittany Ellington. Absent. Renish Labarry.
Present.
Thank you. Augustine Blackwell. Absent, I'm sorry about that. Unella Rome Perry. Absent. Candace Edwards. Absent. Diane Shepard. Absent. And Janice Branham. Absent. Okay. Noting who's present and who's absent, we do not have a quorum, so we will not be able to conduct any business this evening. We are just going to very briefly talk a little bit about some of the issues that are here for the committee. So with regards to the committee structure, one of the things we are going to be doing, I'm going to be addressing the issue with the district office in terms of reviewing attendance, and at this time, it looks like we are going to have to restructure the committee. So we're going to look at the committee assignments. We may have to remove certain members for non-attendance. And we are going to get back with respect to next month's meeting. We'll see who is on the committee and we'll see if there are additional people we can bring in as well. So with that said, so we're also going to have that as part of the agenda for that meeting as well, a conversation around the 10 goals. We want to make sure for the next few months that the committee is going to be able to meet its obligation in terms of meeting for the year. And then part of that is going to be discussing some of the information we want to make sure we have as a committee, things for the board, priorities, and also set the table in a sense for next year's committee as well. There is no new business as we do not have a quorum. Ms. Boyd, I understand you want to make a comment?
Yes, I would like to make a comment.
Okay. You can have, okay, so just want to be aware, so it's just so you have 2 minutes and.
We have 2 minutes. There's nobody here, but I have to restrict my comments to 2 minutes. Is it because we have time constraints here? Okay, my issue with this committee is that this committee has been convened by Fred as the chair when he should not be the chair. That is why the committee is no longer a functioning committee, because the members of the committee are not supporting this committee in the format that is being supported. Fred has co-opted this housing committee to it's no longer even functioning. The chair was removed and then resigned. Fred has refused to replace the chair so that there could be a chair in place. And now you have one person showing up at the housing committee, which means that the housing committee no longer is functioning. And so my question that I'm posing here is, what do you plan on doing to change this, Fred, besides sending out threatening emails to all the members of the committee saying that, oh, if you don't show up, you're going to be removed off the committee? Because what the committee members are doing, or they are protesting the way in which you have handled the housing committee for the last 4 months, using the housing committee and not allowing them to function. You have not set up a separate meeting for them. You have not set up goals for them to choose their own. Right now, even the agenda, there's nothing on the agenda about selecting your vice chair. If you select the vice chair, that person then becomes the chair, and then you will no longer be the chair, because that interim person will be the chair, but you're not doing that. What this agenda is nothing, and that's why you don't have anybody sitting here. We have a housing crisis in this community. We should have a housing committee that actually functions and works, and you have sabotaged that. You, Fred, have sabotaged that. And the housing committee members are sending you that message, but you're not getting it, because you still insist on being the chair. Why don't you pick a chair from the board members? You have enough board members here that have enough experience. For Unella Perry, been a board member for a decade. You have Augustine Blackwood, been a member of the community board for a decade. You have this young woman right here who's been coming, she's a member of the community board, she could be the chair. But you refuse to appoint a chair, and they refuse to support you as the chair. They do not want you as the chair of the housing committee. You're not supposed to even be the chair. You're supposed to appoint the chair. The community board's bylaws says that you appoint, not that you choose yourself as the chair. It says you should appoint the chairs. You're not doing that, and they are protesting. And so we now have a housing committee that doesn't function. So my question is, are you going to choose a chair and allow this housing committee to actually function so that it can address the needs of the community?
All right, this is something we had actually discussed previously before you came in. So I said the next steps are going to be a review of the committee, the attendance, and what our next steps are going to be.
No, that's not the question that I'm asking. Are you going to choose a chair?
We are going to review what is going on with the committee and what is the best way to make it successful.
Oh, okay, so now let's review. We reviewed it, right?
No,
You've
Ms.
been
Boyd, Ms.
here,
Boyd.
you haven't seen
Boyd.
anybody,
Ms.
nobody's
Boyd.
coming. What is there to review? I'm just a little
Thank
confused.
you
What
very
are we
much, Ms.
supposed to be reviewing?
You're-
You're supposed to be reviewing what? The
Thank-
attendance records? We've seen the
Ms.
attendance
Boyd,
records.
Thank you very much. I've noted all your comments, and definitely that'll be a part of the conversation we have as we go forward.
Go
But
forward where?
Thank you very much
With
for your
who?
commentary.
What conversation are you gonna have with
Okay,
who?
so with that, as we have no new business at this
I
time,
guess that's the
we are
end
going
of the
to
meeting.
adjourn this.
Sorry about you coming all the way down here for nothing.
Thank you very much. And, no, absolutely, thank you very much. So we are going to adjourn. Time is now 7:35. Thank you very much.
Are there chairs in the back?